Hello, my name is Matthew, and my little book channel recently reached 6,000 subscribers and also 800 videos, which I'm very proud about and grateful for everybody that subscribes to my channel or watches it or leaves comments. I'm grateful that I might be able to give just a little bit of enjoyment or maybe in a small way motivation to pick up any book. And I wanted to say thank you, of course, and I put out an announcement video to say that we could have a Q&A. I got a whole bunch of questions, and I thought I would just go through them now, and we'll see how many videos this takes. I'm hoping maybe like 15-minute installments, and we'll see how that goes. I printed out the comments, and for some reason, this little picture of me with Andy when he was younger and smaller, printed out on all the comments. Okay, so let's see. Jay Guitars. First question. Congratulations, Matthew. Thank you. Thank you for making these videos. I have them on often while I'm doing the dishes. A few questions for you. One, some of my favorite videos of yours are from the Stories for My Friend in Quarantine series. Do you have any plans to make more videos on stories from your life? There's a few more questions. So they were fun to make. The challenge is how to tell a personal story when you're talking about either colleagues at work or friends or family members. If there's other people involved, and I'm kind of on this public platform, I did find some conflicts in how do you tell even a very funny, sincere story when you're talking about other people that you know. And as far as kind of doing that as a recurring element, I don't have any plans to. It would mostly be if something was particular and made sense, and I felt just easily comfortable about it. Otherwise, it's hard to tell stories if you that's why we end up writing fiction. So you change all the names and say, "Oh no, I made all this stuff up." Let's see. They're fun videos to tune into, and you're very good at recounting things in an interesting way. Well, I thank you. As a comic book reader, mostly myself, I'm curious what surprised you about comic books when you did a few of those read-alongs with Steve. Have you returned to them since? So I loved reading those comic books with Steve. I wouldn't say, I would say the biggest takeaway, not necessarily a surprise, was how terrific so much of the artwork was. It wasn't a surprise that different artists have different styles, of course. I loved that in the best case scenario, the art is a part of the narrative. It's a whole package. It's not a narrative that just has story panels or a painting that has a caption. It's pulled together, and sometimes the dynamic composition adds to the story as well. So that was a takeaway, but not necessarily a surprise. And I have not returned to them. I have a handful, and I'm not sure about that. I feel like it's been pretty recently, getting close to about a year now. So maybe in a couple years I'll pick it up and enjoy it. Um, would you ever be interested in making a painting for an album cover? I already have. I made a painting. I made an album cover for my friend Ben, who's been on this channel. He built my house, my best friend. He's in a band called Ashes Remain, and I made, there's an album cover with a painting on it that I did years ago. And actually, the band went gold. They have a gold record, and they got, all the band members got that gold record in the mail. It's the coolest thing. So happy for Ben and the whole band. I self-release music here and there, and it'd be fun to have one of your paintings to be a cover someday. Oh, well, we'll see, I guess. Thank you again. Congrats and all the best. Oh, it says read more, so I don't know if you have more, but thank you so much. Trip. Congrats on the well-deserved milestone. Thank you. My question is, what are some of your favorite artists, writers, directors, painters included? So, I mean, I have a lot of favorite writers, and I've talked about it quite a lot. So, Dostoevsky, Flaubert, Virginia Woolf, all of the Romantics, Byron, Shelley, Keats, Wordsworth, Coleridge. I mean, the list goes on and on. Depending on my mood. Right now I'm reading George Eliot. Really enjoying that. Then directors. Yeah, I do have some. I mean, recently I really like the unique style of Wes Anderson. Who else? David Fincher. I like Quentin Tarantino. Actually, I'll say I was watching all those Marvel movies when they were. It was like the Infinity Saga, and it was the first time we had this cinematic universe that was all leading up to Thanos and the Infinity Wars and Endgame and all of that. And it's been years now, but when those movies were coming out, I was just so excited. And I was going to the movies at the time. And it felt like it was so big. It was this big event. And the Russo brothers, I can't remember their names, but the Russo brothers directed, I think, some of the Captain America movies, maybe Civil War, I don't know. But they definitely did Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. And I just thought it was perfect. And then after that, I basically completely lost interest with almost all of. I haven't gone to the movies to see any of the Marvel movies since. It's not really an answer, I guess. Painters. Oh my goodness. Well, it really depends on the time. Picasso and George Braque. The Cubists in general were influential to me and have been some of my favorite painters from when I was very young. Oh my goodness. I mean, Goya. I was just in the Museo del Prado last year in Madrid and looking at all of these fantastic Spanish painters. I'll give it some thought, but right now there's a lot of painters that I like. Yes, hopefully so the next question: do you have any plans to return to Spain? yes, the plan is this year to go back to Spain. As I know more and things happen, I'll let you know as best I can. Ariane Fowler, congratulations. Questions. Is there an author that you've struggled with and continue trying to read or have given up on? Okay, so let me think. I have to be in the I have to be in the perfect mood, the right headspace to read Shakespeare. And when I am, I've had some of the most incredible reading experiences. Hamlet, Macbeth, King Lear, The Tempest. But I feel like there's still a block. There's still something that's missing. Whereas sometimes I'll just think, well, I'm gonna read Romeo and Juliet, or I'm gonna read A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I'll read a few pages and just kind of get sick of it and put it down. Comparatively, or along the same line, Chaucer is one of these writers where I've picked up and I've read tales, and I'm just still not quite there yet. I'm still having some struggles with Livy, but I've made strides with Livy, and noticeable strides where I'm reading things and enjoying the history and the story and the characters, and I'm reading other supplemental works that are helping me understand the context of what's going on. So that has been promising. Do you have a favorite book from your childhood? Maybe the Winnie the Pooh series. I absolutely love those. Other than reading, do you have any interesting hobbies? For years and years, I was painting. I used to paint every single day. It's been a while since I've painted consistently the way that I had for so much of my life. But I spend time with my cats, and I make these videos. I consider that a hobby. So, thank you. Second page. Where are we? 12 minutes. David Hall. Congrats. Thank you. Any plans for big read-alongs this year? I expect you're busy with the new BK, Brothers Karamazov, but maybe another long Russian novel this winter. Your Brothers Karamazov and Magic Mountain read-alongs are some of the most enjoyable experience I've had on BookTube. Wow, why thank you. So do you hope to do another soon? Best, David. Well, thank you. I have to say I've become much more reluctant in engaging in read-alongs. I'll try to explain why. Actually, I'll circle back around to the next video because I don't want to feel like I'm rushing. So I'm just gonna hit pause and start again. And thank you.